Happy Monday, IDS. It's Dr. Herschel coming to you from my guest room slash office. Uh, let's talk about what we're going to do in what looks to be like week 5, if you can believe that, on our syllabus, knowing that we are 1 week behind on the inquiry blocks. So even though your calendar says we'd be in IB4 this week, as a group, we are on inquiry block 3. But before we get to that, I want to talk to you about your synchronous meetings. I know most of you are starting to get a little traction, a little momentum on those, and I have had just a couple of questions about what you should be doing in there. So if I have not already addressed that, I want to say this again, or maybe more clearly this time. This week, when you meet synchronously, several things should be going on. This is your opportunity to talk as a group, like you would in a face-to-face class setting, about your readings for the week, and also to engage around the coffee talk question. Looks like this week's topic is how do teachers sustain hope? And that is coming from your thoughts, ruminations, reflections that you post in the dialogic journal entries on the Nieto reading for the week. I know it may seem a little redundant in some ways that you're being asked to read the material, make a written response to the material, and then discuss it again. But as educators, we know that this is based on good educational theory and practice. It's going to help you process the information more effectively. It helps people in your professional learning community process and learn in multiple modalities. It gives you more than one way to engage with the ideas and information. And a lot of times, verbal processing will be that last little piece that falls into place that helps you have an aha moment, or takes you from just being able to remember the material to being able to apply it and use it or transfer it to new settings. So going through the process of reading, responding to, cogitating about information and material, and then talking about it with others, letting those ideas bounce off of one another is a really important part of the process. So trust in the process and follow through with it in your meetings. The other thing that should be happening is that you should be posting your inquiry block draft before you have the synchronous meeting, so that you have a chance to let either all of the other group members or the one other group member that is your main peer editor, a peer debriefer, it gives them a chance to read through it so they can make thoughtful, mindful responses beyond just grammar and punctuation changes in your document. But you should also be peer editing, not just sending typed comments that you add to the document, but you should be talking about these synchronously and in real time, just like it says in the syllabus. With that in mind, I also want to let you know that I had a chance finally, now that I'm on the course, I have access to your assignments. Hooray! And I was able to read through the inquiry block 1 on Saturday, and it was delightful to get to know the people behind the papers. So I felt like I got a real insight into who you are as students, as educators, as learners, and as human beings, and started to be able to see how you are linking your passions to what you think your emerging research questions are. So that was very enlightening and enjoyable for me, actually. You did a nice job at stating those passions and interests, talking about your understanding of your own identity and how that has emerged for you as a person and as a scholar in college. Many of you had a really nice, clear statement of the utility of your interest area or your topic area. So don't be afraid to really say, this is why what I'm asking about is important for the field of education, and make it really clear that you're addressing that question in this part of the paper. Also, I was delighted to see some of you made direct links or references to theory or research in terms of your knowledge statement. And I think we're definitely wanting to be heading more and more in that direction as we head into inquiry block 4 and 5. So it's good that you were getting a little traction where that is concerned right up front. I will say I found 17 inquiry block 1s posted and submitted, 13 inquiry block 2s submitted and posted, even though those were supposed to be due last, I guess, Saturday at midnight. So if you have not posted one or both of the inquiry blocks, this is your time to catch up. IB3 is fairly light this week because it's focusing on getting a really good overarching research question stated and coming up with 2 helpful sub questions that help break that overall picture of what you want to look at into some more manageable pieces. Like you're cutting this big piece of food down into a smaller piece so it's easier to digest, not only for your readers but also for you as you tackle the research topic. So as we move closer to the end of this week and we get closer to inquiry block 4 and 5, where you're really going to have to start doing a lit review and coming up with those bibliography contributions, if you're still behind, it's going to get really hard to catch up. So do it this week. IB3 only requires you to do a page max, probably less, in terms of stating those your overarching question and your sub questions. So do not miss this opportunity to finish up IB1 and 2 if you haven't done that, and submit them before you submit inquiry block 3. All of these should undoubtedly be submitted by Saturday at midnight, so that if there's anything else we need to know going forward into IB4 and 5, we have time to address that. I think that's all I have for now. My son has early release this week for conferencing, but I'm still gonna try and hold virtual office hours via Skype. I will send an updated email about when I think I can be online and available for anyone who needs to have questions answered. I have a UTSA email, so I'm gonna send that along too. It will be easier for you to get a quick response if I see your emails come straight to my UTSA inbox and it's not in the middle of all my other personal stuff. I think that's it. I will be getting back with you towards the end of the week in a video where we talk a little bit more about what's coming your way in inquiry block 4 and 5, and in coming up with a really good, strong research base for your own research projects. Hang in there. I know we're getting into the thick of the semester, but it's going to be okay. Breathe, catch up. I will talk to you soon.